Hello and welcome to today's installment of Learning Excel. In today's video, we'll be focusing on the sum function, which allows you to automatically add the values of a range of cells with ease. For our example today, we'll be using movie ticket sales data, which shows there were 6 people selling tickets and there were 2 types of tickets being sold, adult and concession tickets. What we want to achieve is to sum the total tickets by type and by seller so that we can drill down on that data. The manual option is to grab a calculator and add up each of the values separately and place the final result in the total columns. However, we're going to be a bit smarter than that today, and I'm going to go through all the different options of using the sum function. The first thing we want to do is select the cell where we want the sum of the values. So for instance here we've got all the sellers on our left side, we've got the adult tickets and the concession tickets. Here is our total row for total number of tickets, and here is our total column for total by seller. So what we're going to do is we're going to sum all of these tickets. Now the first way to do it is start with the formula, equals sum, open bracket. You've now told Excel, I want to use the formula sum, and I'm going to tell you which cells to add together. So what we could do is we look at, well, we want the 22 to be added, and that is in column D and row 7. So that is referred to as D7. So we could type in D7. And then we hit the plus button. We also want D8, plus D9, D10, D11, D11, and D12. We've now told Excel we want to add up each of those cells to give us the total value. We'll close bracket, which closes that formula, and we'll press enter, and it gives us 139 adult tickets sold by the 6 sellers. Now if you had 100 sellers, that formula would take you quite some time. So we're actually going to have a look at a much quicker way of doing it. What we've actually got here is a range of values. So we want to have a look at shortening this formula and telling Excel, just look in this range and add up everything in this range. So let's delete the formula. We'll start with the formula again, equals sum, open bracket, and we're going to start the range at D7, which is Adam's result. We're going to put in a semicolon for the range, and then we look for the last range, which is this one here, which is D12. So we put in D12, close bracket, and press enter. 139. Same result, and all it's doing is it's actually saying the range is from D7 down to D12. Please add everything in that range. Now, I'm now going to show you some Excel magic, which makes that formula so much easier. We'll delete this formula. We'll actually come up over here on the home ribbon. There's a button that says auto sum. If you click on that, it automatically assumes your data, in this case, is directly above it and has automatically picked the range for D7 to D12. And you'll see the little marching ants there. It confirms the range that it's selected. All you have to do is press enter, and it's done. We can do the same again here. If we hit auto sum again, it's found the data, E7 to E12, press enter, and it's 58 tickets sold. Now we also want to find total tickets for Adam. So once again, we could do equals sum, open bracket, D7 plus E7, close bracket, or we could do For instance, if there were another ticket type, you'd have a range, but you can still do equals sum, open bracket. You can actually click and drag as well to get your range, close bracket. 31 tickets there. Now, what we can now do, without even having to fill in these cells, we can grab the cell with the plus button there and drag it down. And it's now pre-filled the same formula for each row. It's just picking the different row. So D12 to E12, D11 to E11, and so on. So we now have the total tickets by seller. We now have the total tickets by type. And what we can do now is drag this formula across because we know it's the sum of the values. That figure 197 is now the sum of the total tickets there and the sum of the adult tickets and the concession tickets. And that's how easy using the sum function is.